Hey everybody, Steven here, and today I have an unboxing video for the Voxpree M30 here. So the company actually contacted me. They sent this out for free so I could do a review on it. Now this is just the unboxing here, but I'll get to a review hopefully in the next couple weeks. I think this makes like the 6th or 7th massage gun that I have now, so I actually get to kind of feel out the differences between all of these. So this is just one version. They have the same version, but it's geared more towards females because it has like glitter on it basically. Same gun, it's just the look is a little bit different. Then they have the Pro, and then they have the V5, I believe. And I'll make sure that the website is in the description, and then I'll make sure that the images that they have on the website that actually compare these will pop up as well, so you guys get to see the differences, because they're there, but they're pretty subtle with this. So based off that, you get to actually make your decision. So let's go ahead and unbox this guy here. I will say, by the way, in terms of packaging, out of all of them that I've gotten, this has been the best packaging. This just looks more professional in my opinion. I like the look of this. It just feels solid. And then inside here we have the carrying case. And I will say that this is I think it's a pretty cool design. It's more slim, right? The other ones are the box. This one isn't, right? So this may just fit inside your backpack better, right? All right, let's unzip this guy. All right, so in the box here, we have a baggie. We have the plug. This, by the way, comes with 6 attachments. The standard is 4. This one has 6. I have the Recover Fun gun. I think that one came with 5. So this is actually the most out of any of them that I've had here. And here it is. Oh, this feels smaller too, by the way. This is actually much smaller. I like that. That is it. So we have the plug-in on the bottom. It says made in China. I've talked about this with each video. These are all made in China with this. This is DC in. It's 16.8 volts with 0.8 amps, and it's a 3400 milliamp battery. This is a larger battery, by the way, even compared to the Pro, but the Pro actually has 100 more RPMs with it. So this one I believe is 3200 RPMs, and then the Pro is 3300 RPM, so it has an extra level with this. So let's go ahead and look at the attachments really quick that we do have before we get this started. So our standards, we have our flathead, although the design is different with this. We have our soft kind of ball one for anything that's very sensitive. You have your prong version, but it's different. It just goes into a V here, so that's just a little bit tighter than coming out. The other ones are kind of more like a U. We have our pinpointed one, and I gotta say I do like the design of this better than the other ones. Visually, by the way, these are just more appealing than the other ones. And then with this, the 2 different ones we have here. So this is kind of a round top here. It's thicker compared to the flathead here, but these both have kind of that metal finish on the top. My assumption with this, by the way, is that you could use this with, if you're a massage therapist, with lotion or anything like that you're using on your client, and now this gun is just easier to use in that regard because I can slide up and down the tissue. So I'm curious to try these out. Now, if I don't have that on, this is still going to slide a little bit, right? But if I had something with it and I really wanted to dig in and actually kind of move along that is very, very cool. So I am just going to go with our overall here. I'll go with our flathead. Pops in. We do have with this, and this kind of comes with all of them, we have 1 ring replacement and then 2 seals right here. So 2 rubber seals with that. Typically at the base of these, you have that, the very bottom, and then there's 2 seals on this one, which is different than any gun that I've actually had. And I'm assuming these right here just to make sure that it lasts a long time and holds to that. So the base seal here, and then the 2 rings you have a replacement for that. Very, very awesome. Let's get this thing going though. All right. So on the side here, let's see if we can get it going. Turn it on. Hold the button right there, battery life right there, and then beyond that, I haven't actually used this, so we got to figure out how to get this going. There we go, you just push the button again. Now this is quiet just like the rest of them, right? That's the big thing with the massage guns here, is that they're going to be just not as loud as a jigsaw, right? You can get the jigsaw with the attachments, but that thing's so loud you're not even going to be able to talk over it. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And on the side here, it's actually lighting up. There's an exhaust on the top. So I'm going to back that off. That's a lot. So that's, this is powerful. It's just like the, I just got in a different gun, and that was one of the things that I noticed with that, is that it was more powerful than some of the other ones that I had. This one's pretty powerful. It has a 12 millimeter actuation point too, so how far it comes out. And I can actually see that on my skin more. But there's an exhaust on the top here. When I turned it all the way up, I could actually feel the air coming out of this thing. Let's try that. In terms of how loud it sounds, I mean, it's pretty comparable to the other ones. Maybe a little bit more than maybe the Recover Fun, so maybe a little louder than the Recover Fun there. But I mean, it's minimal, right? I could use this and you guys can hear me talk over it. Now once I get to my chest or something like that, you're gonna hear the vibration of it. Now let's see. Hold it, turns off. So a lot of these end up operating kind of the same here. I do like that attachment there. So this doesn't work off like some of the other ones where it has an LED screen on the back. It's just here on the side. But I want to show the comparison because I have my other one. I have my hung tie here. So if you stack these, right, this is big, right? And this is pretty standard in terms of size. And I look at this, like, I could put my hands around this a lot easier than I can this. This one's big here, right? So let's see. We'll turn this all the way up, just for kind of a sound reference. So this does sound louder, right? But pretty close. I don't think that would be a deal breaker. If anything, the fact that this is smaller would be a big upside compared to one of these other ones. Just feels really good in the hand here. So I like this thing. Obviously I want to mess around with the attachments more. This isn't a review, this is just the unboxing here, but I mean, general first impressions is this thing is pretty cool. So size is a big deal. Those other ones, especially considering this case is pretty slim too, it's just, it can be a heftier thing to try and just haul around, right? And if I know the attachment that I'm going to use, I may not even put it in that case. I may just throw it in my backpack, right? If I'm going to travel, I got the charger and we're good to go. And by the way, this charger is smaller than the other ones. I could tell that the second I unboxed it here. So this is smaller here. And we have a long cord. So just to showcase this, because this is usually a question that comes up too, this is 50 to 60 hertz at 0.5 amp max. Output, that was input. Output is the 16 volts at 800 milliamps here. So that looks good. Now this right here would be the bag, and this is my assumption. You could put your charger and all the attachment heads in here, and then you're literally just holding on to these two things. That's pretty cool. Obviously it's not going to fit that in there, but that is a nice touch as well. The other big upside to this, these sell on Amazon. Now this hung tie here, and I did a review for this one does as well, but the other ones that I've looked at, when we look at the Recover Fun gun, and we look at, I did one for, I think the Raxonics is actually on Amazon, so I've only really done the two that have been off of Amazon. A lot of these aren't, it just happens to be something I see online, or the company actually approaches me and it's like, hey, do you want to do this? And if they don't have that, I know for consumers that's something that maybe they're a little bit weary of, because like I said, all these are coming out of China. I've ordered one before, and it took a while to get here because of that. And that was the knockoff Hypervolt. So that's something where I understand, hey, we order this thing, and yeah, we have to wait a long time for it now. And that's not even talking about the coronavirus, and I know some of that other stuff that people may be even concerned with that now, right? That's just talking about simply the shipping here. This is coming out of Amazon. They hit me up Thursday evening, said, hey, we're going to send this to you. I got it today. It's Saturday. It took 2 days, right? With that, too, you also have the option for returns, which is another huge upside. So if you have Amazon Prime, this is shipping for free. You're going to get it in the 2 days versus waiting weeks potentially, right? But price, this is more expensive. You're looking at $169. Now, whether or not they do discount codes, hopefully I can get one to give to you guys. I don't know if that'll work on Amazon, but hopefully, fingers crossed. On their website, you can pay with PayPal, right? And it should still ship for free with that. But if I want to go the Amazon route, that is an option with this, which is really, really cool. So, general first impressions, I love the design. This thing is light, it's smaller. You get the 6 heads, not just the 4, you get the other 2. Sound is decent in terms of how loud it gets, but this is more portable than the other ones, and I'm impressed by that and the fact that it is on Amazon. So I'm going to sit on this for a couple weeks here. I'm going to let clients use it. I'm going to use it more at the house, and then I will come back in a couple weeks and I will have a final review on this. But I am pretty impressed just with my initial kind of test here. So that is it, everybody. If you like the video, hit the like button for me. If you want to continue to follow along with all of my content, hit the subscribe button for me. Thanks so much for watching.